Thanks, Herman. Still in politics, is National Assembly Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula walking a tightrope in the corridors of power? Well, President William Ruto's pronouncement that Parliament is drenched in corruption and extortion has rattled the House, igniting a showdown between the executive and the legislature. As Jeff Kirui now reports, what looks like an outburst may well be a carefully scripted political chess game, with Wetangula in the crosshairs in an ongoing realignment ahead of the 2027 general election.
There is money being demanded from the executive, from governors, from ministers, from people in the executive, especially those who go for accountability before our houses of parliament.
In politics, they say nothing happens by chance, and if it does, it was probably planned that way. President William Ruto's stunning declaration that Parliament is corrupt has raised questions about the fate of the House leadership, with attention now fixed on National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula and his Senate counterpart Amason Kingi.
The wise say you give a dog a bad name and hang it.
For some leaders, Ruto's remarks carry more than meets the eye, as political whispers suggest the president's outburst may be a smokescreen, a subtle shot aimed directly at the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula.
When the hyena wants to eat its children, it says they smell like goats. So we need to be alert.
The departure by His Excellency the President from being a consultative and a participatory leader into sustained attacks on Parliament is raising many questions.
This is not the first time Wetangula has been caught in the crossfire of political realignments. On March 9, 2018, former President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM leader Raila Odinga shook hands at the steps of Harambee House, birthing a truce that altered the country's political landscape. And within a week, Wetangula was ousted as Senate Minority Leader and replaced by Raila's ally James Orengo.
If anybody wants a divorce, it will be noisy, it will be messy, it will be unhelpful, and it will have casualties.
Wetangula became the first casualty of Uhuru-Raila handshake deal, and it was a bitter fall that drove Wetangula into the waiting arms of William Ruto, a partnership that carried him into the 2022 general elections.
Applause.
But history may be repeating itself. Raila Odinga's cooperation deal with President Ruto once again places Wetangula on shaky ground. Raila has long argued that Wetangula cannot serve as both Speaker of the National Assembly and party leader of Ford Kenya, which has members in the very house he presides over.
If you want to be a true Speaker, you must resign from being a leader of Ford Kenya. And then you can be a neutral Speaker. You can be able to preside over the deliberations of Parliament in a neutral way.
Analysts say the writing is on the wall. Wetangula could be staring at another political storm as the country drifts toward the 2027 general elections.
There was some times ago when it was being said that after Gachagua goes, the next one is what? Yes. Because somebody in ODM was supposed to become Speaker. And that somebody, I think, is qualified to be a Speaker because he's a lawyer and all those kind of things. But most important, he's Raila's man. So it was supposed to be part of the deal. And I think Wetangula fought back at the time. And he was spared.
Insiders say Wetangula has become a marked man within and outside his Kenya Kwanza coalition. Within Kenya Kwanza, his refusal to dissolve Ford Kenya and fold into Ruto's UDA has put him in the red book. From outside, the arithmetic of accommodating new political partners in government further complicates his survival.
There are these tensions in there, and the need to accommodate Raila's wishes become part of the dissolutioning activities. And that's why now the team that won 2022 looks confused and in disarray. And the president is trying to figure out how he can retain his job. What are they saying? Tutam.
Wetangula is now between a rock and a hard place because MPs are pressing him to invoke standing orders and summon the president to table evidence of corruption against the august house. Damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. If he does, he risks breaking ties with the presidency. If he does not, he risks a rebellion from MPs baying for his ouster.
Both speakers of the House must be put on notice that they are working on a very dangerous path. And members are thinking otherwise, that if this accountability is taken a notch higher, they might become the casualties of what is happening. And they will go before we go.
For Wetangula, the battle lines are drawn. Once again, he finds himself walking the fine line between loyalty and survival in the country's unforgiving political chessboard. Jeff Kirui, KTN.
Thanks, Kirui.